Greetings, everybody. Welcome to the Sunday Culture Review. Thanks for being here. Pretty excited. I'm actually almost 100% in the health category. And boy, I can tell the difference. Hopefully you can too. I have my voice nearly completely back. And I'm going to tell you right now, that was a really rough couple of days as far as coughing goes. But otherwise, I really didn't suffer any ill effects other than being incredibly tired. But I am so very glad that everybody is here joining us today. We've got a great panel full of panelists. We've got, of course, AFK Bard just hanging out right here. One of the longest time panelists I have. How's it going, AFK?
What's up? It's going all right. Happy Sunday and all that jazz.
Good. Yeah, I am. I'm pretty stoked that we're all here. Hanging out together. We were talking a little bit about getting our channels videos being smacked around a little bit. Did you have any of that smacking around on some of your older videos?
I honestly didn't see that. I think it might be just like streams. It sounds like that. And I haven't done any in forever. And yeah. But sucks. I'm sorry that's happening. It seems to be hitting a lot of people.
It's very strange. I mean, that's probably the best way to characterize it, as odd. So, but it seemed to have been a glitch, quote unquote. So hopefully they'll get that rectified in the future and we won't have to worry about it any longer. Content creators should not have to worry about streams that are years old when it comes to their channels. But hey, that's just my opinion. Let's see, who else do we have joining us today? Of course, we have the incredible and talented Mock and E Draws. What's going on, Mock?
Doing good. I hope everybody's doing well. Yeah, kind of. I got, as what AFK kind of mentioned, I did get kind of caught up in that, and I know plenty others did. But fortunately, my stream came back about a day later after they fixed the glitch, so I'm very relieved. But what we're focusing on this afternoon is actually we'll be going live with a couple of guests. You'll have to stick by. We're gonna go full on She-Hulk and just talk about the trailer, talk about the comics in general, and just have a little fun afternoon. Yeah, off season. So I'm still in the off season. So it's gonna be a lot of fun. Look forward to see you guys there, and you'll get to see who pops in. So stay tuned.
I'm very excited about that. Can't wait to see some of the art. You are always inspiring people in our little fellowship of humans, and I have to say that I'm not the only one that appreciates it. At least I don't think I am. So
no. You're far from the only person.
We also have this, our veteran on the panel, the man, the shelled one himself, Shellback TJC. What's up, Shellback?
Yeah. Well, dude, I just got my shell waxed.
All right, bro. You ready to surfs up?
And yeah, believe me, I'll be following Maki over to his program because I love me some green gals, you know.
Yeah, I think you're gonna have your share of them. Your share of them. I'm pretty excited for that. And last but not least, our occasional panelist and our friend here, Fat Steven Seagal. What's up, Fats?
Nothing.
How you doing, buddy?
I'm awake.
Oh, good. I'm glad.
Awesome.
I appreciate you being here. I'm glad you were available. We've got a lot of folks out there in the chat who I appreciate seeing. We got Dr. Dragon out there. Just going to say hi. Have to miss the stream because Drunk 3PO is going to go live with Gina Oh, well, I wish I would have said that out loud. Now there goes the audience. But yeah, hey, you can catch that later. This is
man.
This is live here with me, or you can catch this later, or you can do both. But yeah, I'm pretty excited. Everything that was happening at MegaCon looks amazing. I will be dragging the boss to the Dallas MegaCon here next month, so we'll be seeing folks there as well. Looks like we've got Munchkin hanging out with us. Good to see you, my friend. Trav 101 is with us. Emotionally Unstable Amphibian, one of the channel members here. Appreciate you very much. The very talented Andy Masterson's in the chat as well. Good to see you, my friend. Our good buddy Jordy Lyons is here. Great to see you, my friend, all the way from the UK. The boss is in the chat. Hi, the boss. Out there. We've got D Bud Martin with us, of course, and Christian Delorme sends us a really cool super sticker. Thank you for that. I have to tell you, there are no days that I skip coffee, even if I am sick. So thank you for the cup of coffee, Christian Delorme. $4 super sticker. Indeed. Sean Estep is out there. Great to see you. Let's see. Oh, you got your YouTube alert. Fantastic. We got Squeaka Mouse in the chat. Good to see you, Squeaka. Got Chef. What's up, Chef? Good to see you, dear. Let's see. Who else do we have? Man Squatch is out there, just squatching away. Good to see you, my friend. And the ever lovely Tina Bojan is out there as well. Hey, Tina. You know it's good content because her avatar tells you it is. So if she's here, it's good.
Heck yeah.
That's right. We've got our buddy Snowdub hanging out with us. He'll probably be hanging out tonight on the late night culture stream. I would imagine we are back at it tonight, folks. So if you were looking for the late night stream of your dreams, it is late night culture stream this evening. So I'll see you there, I hope. We've got Dash Attack, who I got the privilege to hang out with last week. That was a fun stream over on Dash Attack's channel. Got the memes of destruction with us, as well as the lovely Daisy Blossom. Greetings, dear.
Hey, Daisy.
We've got Eldritch Lord Haster with us as well. Looks like Joker Voice is here. Joker Voice's channel's growing, folks. Check it out. Keep talking. Hashtag keep talking. Monkey Jeebus is here. One of our industry folks. We've got the Cheese Factor with us as well. We've got Malachi Punk Trace. That's right. Malachi Punk Trace. Good to see you, my friend. Let's see. Who else do we have? We've got a lot of folks. We got Whitechapel in the chat. Good to see you, my friend. Philip A. Demick is here. Several other folks rolling through. If I missed you, it wasn't on purpose. We got Scott Westbrook out there. I love that avatar. Beautiful, beautiful kitty.
And to all Canadians,
that's
happy
right.
May 2/4. It's a holiday tomorrow.
Oh, that's right. You do. You guys have a what's it called? What's the holiday called?
May 2/4.
May 2/4.
Weekend.
Cool. All right, and that's manana.
I don't know. All I know is liquor stores are closed tomorrow, so stock up.
Oh,
Wow.
good tip. Exactly.
Yeah, good tip for those of you that need drinks. We got our good friend Zach's out there in the chat. OC Dobbins is out there as well. Other folks rolling in. I appreciate all the support, folks. Thanks for joining us this morning. We got some stuff to talk about. New Bomb Turk, haven't seen you in a minute. Hope you're doing well, my friend. TZ Burton is here. Great to see you. Looks like a few other folks rolling in as well. But let's get started. Commander Ed Straker of Shadow. Yeah, we are much better. The boss actually felt somewhat human today, and I'm almost 100%. So I'm happy to be here. Really,
I would, can I say something?
Yeah.
I would like to give a shout out to the first Black doctor ever. I am so happy that we now have a Black woman in front of Hartnell. BBC, you are definitely a big Black beep. I'm not going to say anymore.
Exactly.
Yeah. Pale Rider rides in here for some afternoon drinks. So very good.
All hail the Black Doctor.
That's right. Yeah, all hail the Black Doctor, indeed. Yeah, very excited about that. I tell you what, I haven't been excited about Doctor Who in a very, very long time.
This is sarcasm, right? Because I'm not excited.
No. In no way am I looking forward. I think Davies is down the same rabbit hole, and I don't think this it has a chance of pulling out of the tailspin that it's in. We've got Rogstar out there. Good to see you, my friend. Canadian Spider-Man is here. Good to see you, Canadian Spider-Man. Hope you can change Canada for the better. That's up there working at it, I hope. We got Rugo Betta hanging out with us. Good to see you. Good to see you, my friend.
I woke up with a monkey paw. Am I infected?
No,
yeah, but your survivability chance is like 99.99999999999%.
I think you're going to be fine. I think you're going to be fine. But you know who's not going to be fine? Well, at least not in the near future. It's Disney. Disney's well below the 50% decline that was that the investor place was trying to get you to buy into Disney on May 2nd.
Are you kidding me?
No, if you bought into Disney sitting at a 50% low when it was still at somewhere between $1.16 and $1.12 at this point when this article came out, you lost more money because you listened to these people. And
is it true?
Say again.
What is it? They almost hit under $100. Like they hit 120. Oh, yeah, they're done.
Yeah, they're actually continuing on their decline. I mean, if you look right now, this is today's. Now, this is just a few hours ago, but these are today's numbers. It's at $1.260.
Yeah, and it hit 100.08 not too long ago either. That's great.
Yeah, and I still believe there's more room at the bottom for this. And you know what? It's not good news. And again, that's what tomorrow's video that I'm putting together this afternoon is all about, this Disney decline and just some broader concepts around the idea, and actually a quotation from Eric July. So I have a solid feeling that the Disney decline is here to stay. I don't know, because consider this, 9 days after that first article came out that I pulled up from Investor Place, where they're telling you to put your money in there, so you would have lost money. So not a good idea. But second, they 9 days later they had their quarterly call. Their quarterly call still reflected a lot of negatives despite some subscriber growth for Disney Plus. And I think people have realized Disney Plus is not the end all be all, and it's not anything that's, going to hold the company aloft. Go ahead.
But it's not even Disney Plus. Let's take Disney Plus out of the equation and just look at how their political standing has been over the last few weeks to a month. They have literally played their hand. Their hand in poker right now is the go woke card. Go the divisive card. Go, we're going to get ourselves involved, this and be an outsourced voice, rather than do one thing that Disney has been known for, we've all grown up with. Magical world of entertainment, opening the vault, give us some films. They killed their own company. They did. And that is the prime definition of go woke, go broke, kill the mouse, and build yourself a better house. That's it. It's done.
Yep. Yeah. I mean, anybody who does this is like, it doesn't matter what side. If you look at demographics, it's more or less 50-50 in our country for a lot of stuff. And when you just do any decision, you have to take into account if it's more on one side, you're literally going to be chopping off like half of what you can usually make. I mean, it just seems like, I'm not even a business person, and that just seems like something I like, you should know, right?
They made DeSantis double down in making Florida a bit of a better place, and even people in Canada are going to Florida. They're going to Texas because everyone is sick of this stuff. We're sick of this forced nature. That humanity isn't a forced nature. It grows, it evolves every day as I get lovely ambiance music.
I'm going to jump on this real quick. Normally I don't jump the line on super chats, but this is a good question. Memes of Destruction for $5 says that Culture Casino reckon Disney's going to start shedding accents. Do we need a Kickstarter? Just saying. Fans are the future. Indeed. Love. No, absolutely. And I know there's some sarcasm in that question, and I appreciate it, memes, but
on the internet?
Well,
Sarcasm?
they're not in a position where they have to shield, to shield themselves from their debt yet. But their debt is substantial, and their credit rating is continuing to take hits. So if you look at it purely from a financial picture, they're not in a place of strength, health, et cetera, et cetera. It's one of the reasons why they've been incredibly quiet recently. In fact, that's something I'm going to talk about in tomorrow's videos. So, but go ahead.
We also have what I believe 10, we're at a 10-11 period, 10 to 11 year period right now where we'll see a lot of their characters pop into public domain, and whether or not they hold on to them, and that's things like Donald Duck, Goofy, and I even think some
Mickey
stuff
Mouse.
that Mickey Mouse, and if that actually happens and people grab it up, man, you could rearrange it and make it better. Yeah,
the first iteration of Mickey Mouse from Steamboat Willie will enter the public domain in 2024, I believe. So,
that's the best thing ever. Then you can make your own Disney World, all just in grayscale, and see how many people will flock to that if there's no agendas or.
I'm not certain that would be the way to go about things, but I understand what you're saying.
Yeah, you know what I mean.
I do.
So
it's a multiverse, not the black and white, right? So.
Yeah, and in Joker Voice, I tried to pull those. They're not out there yet. As soon as they are, I'll let you know. As far as the D+ numbers for the Moon Knight finale, I will let you know.
Oh God, that was bad.
Oh boy,
yeah, it wasn't the best. Now we did get another super from earlier. I want to grab it from Dash Attack. It was for $4.99. Thank you, my friend. Says they are using their minions in the trade to sell stock. Position of strength for sure. Indeed. I right now, if you're an investor, paying attention to what market forces are is one thing, but public sentiment is starting to weigh on some of these things that were held as sacred cows for the last decade, including tech stocks, and those are starting to come unraveled. So, I mean, we just have to pay attention. And again, Disney's holding a tremendous amount of debt. So, yeah, we'll have to see. We'll have to see at the end of it. But look, I mean, $102.80 this morning. We'll have to see. We'll have to see where this ends up, in 2 weeks. And again, I bring this up in tomorrow's video, which again, I'm still recording, but you have Buzz Lightyear. You have the Lightyear movie coming out, and, you have them telling you it's going to feature some things that some parents are not going to be comfortable with.
For their Buzz it means Buzz Lightyear?
Yeah. Yeah, Buzz Lightyear.
Buzz Lightyear.
Yeah.
That's what they're pushing, right?
Mickey Mouse is now the mouse character in South Park, says TZ Burton. I agree with you. Gosh, no kidding. Yeah. Yes. And it's been really weird. It's been really weird. What's up, Pickles? And Captain Fandom Nerd is here. What's up, buddy? Tina loves Moon Knight. That's good. And I know you still love Loki, and you can like what you like, love what you love. I am not on you for that. But I will point out the shortcomings of all of that stuff and the fact that was changed. Go ahead. Yeah.
I have an honest question. When you rewatched, everyone who watched that finale, were you really hoping that Ethan Hawke would trip and just fall down the rest of the pyramid? Because that's how it looked when they were about to engage in battle.
I have to say, and again,
Ethan was the best in that.
Yeah. The I got through the first episode by white knuckling it sheerly on like temerity alone, because it was so enraged with how drastically they changed the character that I read in the comic books. So I was very angry. But if you want to take away a great actor and a great performance, Ethan Hawke is both. So there you are. But Disney doesn't even care about Mickey other than a mascot. That's true. And again, the trademark won't go anywhere. So we'll have to see. Meme says, I would love the rights to the Godzilla Earth Netflix IP. That would be the building blocks for some awesome kaiju game or series. I agree with you.
I've got a question.
Yeah.
So talking about the copyright in Disney and the wada, but what do you think how realistic do you think it is for them to bring it to court again? Because it's not the first time like they've come across like the line of copyright, and they're like the guy. I don't remember the specifics of it, but I know that they're the ones who actually pushed how long it lasts, right?
It takes legislative action to shift it. It has nothing to do with the courts. It's been moved. The goalposts have been moved twice. They obviously were going to try to move it a third time. They hired a hardcore Washington lobbyist, right around the time that Chapek was being installed as the CEO for the company. That lobbyist was going to be tasked primarily with soliciting an extension of Mickey Mouse copyright extension.
Do you think they shot themselves in the foot by doing this before they could do that?
Yes. I think the ramifications here, obviously go beyond Florida. And again, it's part of the video I do tomorrow. I'm not going to undermine the video. Do watch it tomorrow. It's very good. And of course, I'm going to also reference obviously Eric July, and the folks over at Sci-Fi TV for me and some other stuff during the course of the video. But it's legislatively is the only way to push this, and I don't see it happening because, as you mentioned, they lost ground in the state of Florida for playing politics, and they have lost ground federally playing politics, and other companies have taken notes so quickly,
very quickly.
Yeah, that
California too, right?
Weighing in on this.
California for Disney as well to a certain degree.
Yeah,
but the U.S. does deserve a little props and congratulations. You got rid of the Ministry of Truth. I'm so happy Harry Potter defeated it.
Yeah, did good job. Well done.
Yeah, it didn't take us a couple books to do it either.
And now that psychopath sycophant can go back to TikTok and pretend she's a Broadway music star. She's not.
Scary Poppins. But Lola, it's great to see you. And everything that's going on in your life is amazing. So congratulations to you and yours. And I think you know what I'm talking about. And keep grinding, young lady. You are killing it out there. Love you. Let's see.
Public domains, pretty much means it's open source, pretty much.
The trademark aspect is never going to go away, but the copyright it will expire. That's what's going to happen. Malachi Punk Trace says, "What If" and Hawkeye are my favorite Disney Plus shows. A lot of people liked some of those What If episodes. That's cool. I was not into it, but that for many reasons, so I'm not going to characterize it in any way. Hawkeye again is one of those things that frustrated me. But look, if you loved it, I'm again, like what you like, love what you love. I mean, I'm not going to yuck your yum. We don't always have to agree, and that's why I love you guys in my audience. I really do.
I do have a special announcement. Yeah. I now identify as a bi-poly, gender fluid cactus. Please bow down because I am so stunning.
Cool.
Goddamn. No.
What pronouns?
Pronouns ST and FU.
Okay, I like those. Yeah. Ginger Justice says, "Hi everyone, Gina for the win." Indeed. In fact, there was a big win yesterday. If you guys caught any of the stuff that Drunk 3PO was putting out there in the world, I think even this morning, you could see Gina had the longest line at MegaCon. Right. And I'm telling you, I mean, this is a beloved actress who had a great character that Disney just shed to the wind. And you know what? Here's the other thing. You're not supposed to make false statements during financial presentations, during quarterlies and annuals and stuff. Mm-hmm. And Chapek could get into a lot of trouble when it's quite clear that within his organization there's definitely political biases and leanings, and they've been in a position where they've basically confirmed it at this point.
Well, we had the letter leak out from the conservative side of the staff, right? They're too afraid to even do their job because it feels like if they even say anything opposite an opinion, they get outcasted, pitchforked, and mobbed out.
Yeah.
Sorry, didn't mean to cut you off.
No, it's fine, and I'm gonna bookmark this. Thanks, memes.
Season 3, Love, Death, and Robots was actually pretty good, except for maybe 2 episodes. I loved all of it. I wish the way they did it, they have actual series in there.
Yeah. I want so badly for the comeuppance for Disney to rattle them back into the family-friendly side of the equation. I just don't know that it'll ever get there. And again, I mean, it's hard to let go of things that you've loved since your childhood. But sometimes you have to. When I was a child, I had childish things.
Culture, 2 words.
Yeah.
She-Hulk.
Yeah, I don't really feel it.
Yeah, we're going to talk about that right after this. So
I think more of us need to start like separating ourselves from like like the death of the author, or like that kind of idea, where it's like I like to use National Lampoons as my example, where you can say that you love the National Lampoon Vacation movies,
Right.
and people understand what you're saying, but you wouldn't go out and say I love the National Lampoon movies, because there's dozens of real crap movies that they made. So you can like specify now, and it could be like, I loved the Disney movies that they did and such and such and such. And I think that that's completely fine. You don't have to feel the pressure of like being afraid to say that you love Disney stuff. You could specify, and yeah.
I mean, it's funny because, again, I mean, the audience, we have a lot of people in the audience not big fans of Disney, and I love that about a lot, about the audience. But we also have people who love Disney, and at the same time, I think we can have the best of both worlds. There are things about the Disney company as it currently stands that are just disappointment to long-term fans. And we have another guest joining us, a person who's not here very often. It's the Mirrorsphere Origin. What is up, my friend? Good to see you, buddy.
I'm late.
You're fine. You're fine. And Daisy Blossom's a brand new member of the channel. Thank you, Daisy. Good to see you, dear.
I think it also falls in with what AFK was saying. Is we should be able to say what we like and don't like, but the background of that is like, people need to stop feeling like if someone else doesn't like it, if someone else doesn't agree with you, like agree or like it or dislike it like you do, get rid of that defense mode. That shit really needs to stop. And I'm sorry for swearing, but that shit really needs to stop. Because everyone who has to say, well, I like this or I didn't like this, you don't need to say that. Like, maybe it's not all defense mode, but if someone's going to criticize the show, because we're starting to see it being kind of kneaded in, everyone automatically goes, well, I didn't like this, or if you can't mean this or you mean that, and all of a sudden people start getting on the defense mode, like you're attacking their character as well. That's not the case.
Yeah, I think you're right. I think I allow room for anybody to criticize something that I enjoy. You should, and to me that's part of the argument at the bar, right?
You can't grow. You can't grow as
exactly.
a creator if not, you can't take criticism.
Yeah, you sit down next to somebody at a bar and you engage in a conversation, right? And you don't know this person from Adam, or maybe you do because you've been going to the same bar forever. But the conversation will weave its way through its natural course, and you will agree and disagree on a whole lot of subjects. But at the end of the day, you walk away part as friends, and the next time you come to the bar, it's a whole new conversation, and that's the way things are. Whether you walk into a comic book store, you go anywhere. Like, think about the amount of tabletop gaming that you've done, if that's your jam, by the way, where you were in arguments during the course of the game over stuff that's not even the game, or you're fighting over the game, or you're fighting over the characters in the game, or whatever. And that's the beauty of it all, that engagement. So we can't get away from that. So I agree with you, Steven. We have to be in a position where we just be like, all right, well, I don't agree with you, but it is what it is.
And stop. And like, that's the thing, that it's like, people have been going down this road. It's so much easy to just point and villainize rather than just point, accept that we're not agreeing on everything, which never happens in life, and moving the F on. You don't need to start going, well, this person doesn't fit my ideals of what I like in a movie or show, so let's just put them over there in the camp with the door shut and no oxygen, because that'll make me feel safer. I'm sick of that mentality. I'm sick of that. And these are grown-ups. These grown-ups need to stop acting like entitled, spoiled brats and just realize every human being is different. Move on and just have a good day.
I had this really weird moment where I was going through my Twitter timeline, and this writer for IGN, WAPO, and a bunch of other things, because they write for everybody, because you can't get a decent paycheck writing for just one outlet. You have to write bunch of stuff. Exactly. And I'm trying to remember the name of the person, but anyway, I'm going through it, and I'm like, you literally are attacking people because they don't like the CGI of She-Hulk. you know, and I'm like, you realize that everybody can have their opinion on the appearance of something. That's just, you know, you like a given building or whatever. Well, look at that. Shellbox got Edge of the Empire role-playing game. That's cool. Holy cow.
Nice.
There you go.
That's awesome.
I do appreciate the fact that if we take this, how bad the CGI is out of there, she still looks like an attractive She-Hulk.
That first start.
Yes.
It's got there. I'm gonna start.
Yeah, we're allowed to say this iteration of this character looks crap.
It looks crap, but she has a female form. That's the one thing I can appreciate out of that. But still, yeah, she looks like the Jolly Green Giant from the dollar store. It's bad, but she has a female form, which is a good thing. But
it's not just her that I want to say this. I don't even like Hulk. I hate the smart Hulk. I just hate it.
Professor Hulk.
Professor Hulk is stupid. I want Hulk. I want to see Hulk go Hulk smash and run through and freaking just dominate people. You know, if you want to get a good Hulk, go find the cartoons where it's literally the Hulk and like the band of Hulk, where he becomes the team leader of like Red Hulk and
you talk about Ages of Smash.
Yeah, Ages of Smash. That was actually a fun show.
It was, because you even had Ross as the Red Hulk and everything else, and they were all working together. And they had what was it? What was the Shrek dude? Dude, the long hair. What was his name?
Yeah,
the Conan Hulk. That's what he reminded me of.
I don't remember. Yeah, I don't remember his name, but that's what I want to see. I don't want to see smart Professor Hulk, where he's like, today in mathematics, it's like, you're freaking Hulk. Your job is to yell smash and just dominate everyone around you.
I appreciated Professor Hulk actually, but
really?
that cartoon you're talking about though, I like that because he was kind of half and half, half Professor Hulk, because he could say more than
just grow. Smash. Like he went from Smash Hulk to like slowly growing as a character.
It was Bannon's brain in Hulk's body, yeah.
But it wasn't like, I'm going to be your professor. I'm going to sit here with my glasses on and read you a book.
It's just kind of disappointing because I feel like there's a couple characters that just kind of got shafted, and definitely Hulk was, in the sense that they spend an entire movie basically establishing that Bruce and the Hulk are two different personalities that have this whole thing going, and they accept that. And then suddenly they just skip to a point where we're besties. We merged into one single being, and it's just like, what was the point of that? Because I liked the Hulk that they got.
Did they say it was because Thanos beat him up so bad that Hulk became so scared that he
that's so stupid.
It's the first time. Okay, look at it this way. It's the first time Hulk went against an opponent and actually lost. That's where it came from. Any type of hero, whether it be Hercules or Superman, your first beatdown gives you a realization that there is someone out there more powerful. We have even seen this throughout all of Dragon Ball Z.
Right.
Well, right, but I mean, like the whole idea is that after this beatdown, what they decided he did, it was just like become besties and merge into a professor dude. Like that's just so not Hulk.
It's two personalities in the brain that have to coincide together.
And this is the problem with skipping 40 years worth of comic book history is they skipped whole things that led you to get from one place to another. Yeah, the storylines. But Lola says something really important, and this is something we all need to keep in mind all the time. We are allowed to close our bank accounts to conglomerates that hate us for not liking their propaganda. I agree. I agree. And I do that all the time. And I think I'm going to continue to do it, and in broader and broader ways. And if we all do that, and again, tomorrow's video is very specifically about exactly this sentiment that Lola's rolling out here. We all will be better for it. We will all have betterment because they will either change their ways or they will go the way of the dodo. And that's the way it is.
Well, culture.
Sorry, go ahead.
Culture. I mean, I know some, people in our, not what's the word you like, fellowship, that, they think even if we like right now that we're just simply talking about them, and even not in a good way, we're not talking about them in a good way, and they still, it's their opinion that we shouldn't even be doing that, like we shouldn't be talking about them at all because it just gives them publicity, and they still win. I don't know. What do you think?
I think Fat Steven's very distracting right now.
How dare you?
I think it's I don't like that point, honestly. The whole any publicity is good publicity thing. I legit believe that bringing attention to things can be good for things. And I know
There's
that
a
some
female Hulk.
people are in the mindset where if you don't like something, just turn your back on it and ignore it. But there's other people who are like, we want to address this and have it taken care of. And that's kind of the way I look at it, anyways.
Yeah, well, thank you, Makini, for a little bit of Hulk here.
Oh, thank you. Thanks.
Anybody who knows the comics about female Hulk, isn't she not able to transform back? Isn't it like one of the?
It was supposedly a transfusion, and from there she stayed like that forever. But because of that, but she had the strength and all the abilities of Hulk, but she wasn't on like the psychotic rampage we saw with early Hulk. So pretty much she was able to still become a lawyer. She still had her height because she did get taller, but she also the sex appeal of the green skin, but she maintained it.
Yeah, that's what I was asking. Like, yeah, because that's what I thought was she was just her, but big and green and strong.
I think the CGI is terrible in the new show. I like the character model that they ended up with overall. I just think that they did a very, very poor job on the CG. But it looks like we have some breaking news from Fat Steven here. Fat Steven, you want to take us through it?
Well, this comes from Mikey Sutton from Geekosity, and this is one of the things I'm excited for. We're actually going to get the air cut to HBO Max.
Wow.
We just don't know the date. And since it didn't pop up with the WB up front, it does exist. So we wonder how many other cuts we need to fight for next.
Air cut.
Yeah,
that's gonna be very intriguing to a lot of people. I have to tell you, I'm somewhat excited for the Ayer cut. I actually liked the original film, but I saw the extended version of the film before. I never saw it in the theaters, and then when I saw the theatrical version, I was like, oh, I get why people didn't like it.
Yeah,
but, it is what it is. So
there's also another rumor going out that Scarlett Johansson is being thought for the next Star Wars project.
See, that wouldn't surprise me.
Yeah,
that wouldn't surprise me. She could be very, very good in any role. I mean, let's just be honest about it. But you know what? Before we get to the next story, I want to hit some supers and B go over a campaign that I think everybody's going to be interested in because the creator's with us right down there. I'll get to it in a second, though. We've got our good friend TZ Burton for $5. Thank you for that, my friend. Saying Happy Victory Day, everyone. Not you, Trudeau. That's right. Not you, Trudeau, indeed. And another $2 from TZ Burton saying, so this is the part of She-Hulk that grows Makini.
What?
I don't know. I'm not sure what that was in reference to.
Okay.
I think maybe they're suggesting that the breastises perhaps are exaggerated. Very nice.
Well, I'm so happy that his drawings breasts are bigger than my supposed man breasts. Thank you so much for playing that out.
Beautiful.
Okay.
No, I'm going to the next comment where Trinaka says you're bigger than I am.
All right. Well,
okay.
I have a campaign that I want to bring up. Mirrorsphere's Origin has been working on this since I've known Mirrorsphere's Origin. It's something that is near and dear to his heart. That's right. It is it's the culmination of a many years work, many things. It is the book itself, which I think you guys will love. I can't wait to get the campaign video done for it. I'm working on it right now. Here it is. The Mirrorsphere's Origins, The Darkness Rises. Go ahead and take it away, my friend.
Yep, this is a preview to it, though. So it's not completely launched yet, but you scroll down, it goes to, you can see if it's about me, it is how much it's going to be, the cost of it. There's the hardcover. I got a 3D mock-up of the hardcover. It's going to be a little thicker than that because it should be on 660 pages, somewhere around there. What the printer said that with how the word count I gave him. And so as soon as I get the copyright is done, I thought it was completed on the website. So I'm waiting to get that in the mail. And as soon as I get that in the mail, I can finish the formatting, which pretty much is just like, just got to make sure it fits onto the pages with the printer. And then, we'll be ready to launch. And then we can just straight up launch. And then as soon as it's done, we're thinking of doing some stretch goals around 2,000. We're thinking of adding some bookmarkers. I'm having my stepdaughters doing the coloring of our main character. and we're gonna have that full cover. Like just like pretty decent sized bookmarkers, and then we're thinking like of another one at the end. But I gotta figure out what I want to do. Thought about doing like a map poster, but I gotta find someone that can actually like do maps because my map idea was terrible. But yeah, so
Cool. So when is it that you think that all this stuff is coming together? Because I know you're waiting on a couple of last minute pieces of paperwork.
hopefully next couple weeks at least. Hopefully I'll be as soon as it's ready to launch. I'll probably try to figure out when I could do like a live stream launch, and maybe get on a bigger channel or something like that and just launch it, and then right then and there, and then I would pretty much be doing lots and lots of marketing videos and streams and stuff. Try to get as many streams as I can to try to promote it. And yeah,
Well, I'm happy to promote it. I'm really excited to see the book. 660 pages is immense.
yeah, it's gonna be big.
It's gonna be
It's gonna
huge.
be a big boy.
So I'm pretty stoked. Can't wait to get this thing launched for you, my friend. The Mirror Spheres Origins. It's been a long time coming. Thanks for sharing that with us today. I appreciate it.
Yeah, thank you.
Thanks for joining us.
He's
I'm
been working
really,
on it.
really excited for that. I hope you guys are too. What's up, Fuel? Good to see you, buddy. Let's see. We had some other folks roll in with a couple of super before we move on to the next thing. But do check that book out. We will have a video campaign coming out shortly that I'm working on for Mirror Sphere, and then we will have a launch
excited to see
on
that.
as many channels as we possibly can. And I want to say hi to Thomas, who rolled in here just a minute ago. TZ Burton for $2 says Victoria
Hey,
Day.
Thomas.
Victoria Day. I'm not drunk, just cooking bacon. All right. Yeah, let's see who else has rolled through. We have the CJH. What's up, brother? Says for Canadian $5, Marvel might do the dad plot for Hulk. If they did what they did for Moon Knight, who knows? But they've been afraid of doing that since 2003 Hulk. Yeah, one of the things I think about the She-Hulk plot so far is that it looks like they're keeping her origin story. You guys think that?
Yeah, that's what they said. Yeah, that's what I heard. Yeah.
Yeah. So
I also heard that Moon Knight's not getting a second season, supposedly.
Maybe not. I don't know.
Well, I don't know. The creator, the director, the guy, the showrunner guy says he's not thinking that that's going to happen at all. But we'll see what happens at the end.
We're
of the
not
day.
getting one, no.
Yeah. So, but we'll
continue with the female hero.
Look, I lots of stuff has been
Red
going on
Scare
this
or
week.
whatever.
I like to focus in on the things that broadly affect everybody. One of the things about this show, we have a couple questions about the Moon Knight thing. It looks like New Bomb Turk says, was it supposed
The
to?
way they ended it, yes, that's what they were trying to do. They're going to introduce probably the season about the third personality. So yeah.
A Brit Abroad in the Philippines limited series. Yes, it was. Thanks for being here. Good to see you. I haven't seen you around before. It's good to see you.
Definitely hit that like button, guys.
Yeah, please hit that like button,
guys, please.
25 more likes to go. So, yeah. What point size is the body text on the pages? Because some of us wear glasses. That's a good question for Mirror Sphere. Is it?
Oh, it's gonna be
size lettering,
like normal book size. How is it? It's
12 point.
Yeah, either 12 point or it matters in like the printer wants to do because it's up to the printer to make sure like it all fits on the pages.
Typeset, yeah,
and then they want to make I'm probably gonna hire. I might end up through the campaign just hire someone to do the formatting.
Right.
That way they get I could get the specs from the printer or just hire the printer to do it. I might just go through that and just be like, here, whatever you need, I'll pay for it. You do it, so that it will fit.
Yeah. I can't wait. I can't wait for the book, folks. I can't wait to get the video done. I picked out some music I'm going to share with Mirror Sphere here this week. Hopefully he's digging it. We've got the Gilk Man for $9.99. Thank you, Thomas. Thank you, brother. Says doing another meetup the second week of June with Dr. Rachel Lindbergh. Awesome. She's very cool.
Nice.
Memes is going to be there. Eric O'Sullivan. Everyone is welcome to join us. We're seeing the new Jurassic World movie, which I hear is great. I've
Really?
heard great
Nice.
things about it, so that's awesome. Please let me know. And thank you for being number 75, a Brit abroad in the Philippines. I appreciate that.
Has anybody seen the cartoon on Netflix that goes along with Jurassic World? Like Jurassic Camp or whatever it's called?
No, what is that?
I got
My
5
kids
minutes.
like it. Yeah, it's really it's like a bunch of kids that were there at Jurassic World for like a camp, and they all get left there. So there's like a bunch of like 12 and 14-year-olds living by themselves on this island. It's like,
did I mispronounce Philippines?
Yes. No.
Okay. Because a Brit was trying to correct me. I think I'm sorry. Sorry. But your free super chat is this from the CJH. It says howdy. Thank you for that, my friend. So in fact, I linked it right there.
Here, let me rephrase this quickly. The way they ended Moon Knight on the finale, it seems like they were setting up for a second season. Later on, articles came out stating that there probably will not be a second season. That is where I'm basing my previous statement on. There you go.
Robert saw the first and second episode. It's for kids. Interesting.
Yeah, my kids like it.
Okay.
I think it's funny, but I watch it with them. So I'm just like,
cool. All right, well let's move on. Like I said, I try to focus in on some really broad topics for the week. We have, of course, the second thing in the thumbnail. Elon is out for blood. He's hiring a massive legal team, and he's been on the record this week a lot in a lot of different ways, at least as far as the Twitter posts that he has had out there recently. And when you look over what he's doing, he's essentially setting up a bulletproof litigation team. You know, when it comes to Tesla, he's building a hardcore Tesla litigation department. And why he's out for blood, this comes straight from the markets over at investing.com, saying over the past couple of months, Tesla, Elon Musk, has been entangled in several lawsuits, from regulatory scrapes to shareholder tussles to a Hollywood couple's divorce aftermath, obviously referring to AH and Pirate Guy. Amid all of these legal involvements, the recent allegations of misconduct, the bad behavior that he's like basically saying is baloney sausage, Musk has announced on Twitter the formation of a hardcore litigation department for Tesla that directly initiates and executes lawsuits. Musk's decision to create a litigation department could be beneficial in the long run for Tesla. Tesla already has an extensive legal department, but the company also works with outside firms in bigger cases. In a recent post, Musk announced that Tesla is seeking applications for the litigation department. He asked people to send their applications as a bullet point format describing evidence of exceptional ability. And basically where they can send their apps. He's looking for hardcore street fighters, not white shoe lawyers like Perkins or Cooley who thrive on corruption. There will be blood. Wow.
Well, let's see. If we actually look at it, though, since the whole announcement of Elon and the accepted offer going down, we've seen everything coming out of the textbook checklist. Oh, sexually assaulted, or sexually accused. Then there's this, then there's that. They're going as much as they can to see how many of the lemmings in the NPC world will believe anything, because they think the whole world is run by mainstream media. If your life revolves around whatever you see on CNN, CNN Plus, or any other type of mainstream news, you need to stick your head out a window and look at the actual sun to realize that it will blind you over time, because they're full of crap.
Yeah, and that's been one of the biggest problems. Going back real quickly to the Disney Plus stuff with Moon Knight, New Bomb Turk says they're pushing to do Midnight Suns. Tina agrees with that assessment.
I don't think that. I think they're going to wait until after the Midnight Suns games. They're done by the same developers who did the XCOM series drops to see how much of a pull it will actually have. I'm not saying it's not happening, but I think they're going to wait on that first, because you remember that announcement, was it last year during Gamescom?
It was last year.
Secret Invasion and Armor Wars were announced 3 years ago, and we still haven't seen them.
Mm-hmm.
So, but Nikki D for $5 says, if Disney stocks fall below $100 for an extended period of time, there will be some executive personnel changes in the company? In my opinion, yes, I think that's inevitable. I think that will definitely shake up things and maybe give Chapek some leverage to remove some people. But at this point, I have no reason to believe Chapek is any better than any of the people that are in any of those other leadership positions. Any thoughts? Anyone else?
I don't know. I think the Disney has to burn before anything changes. I think it completely needs to collapse. Maybe then, and it did sell out all their stuff. That would be great.
That's not going to happen. There's no
they
way.
lose enough money, they may have to sell out some of these franchises they bought.
They won't. They're gonna die in this ground and take them all with them.
Look, they're not in a position to liquidate any of the IPs. They need it. It's too much in the content side of things. And again, this goes back to what Memes said earlier in an earlier chat. I anticipate that they are going to realize they need to make revenue hand over fist. And again, I'm going to go into it. I go into it tomorrow in the video I'm dropping tomorrow that Grant's going to edit tonight. So I have a feeling that, that'll kind of cover some of these questions, I think, if you get a chance to watch the video tomorrow. Anyway, go ahead.
I know it's, isn't it my governor and somebody else, Missouri governor and somebody else is going after them because Mickey Mouse thing, because they've been holding on to it far too long.
Copyright, we talked about that just before you got here. So
so they lose Mickey Mouse. That's a huge thing. And then,
well, Dash, they are doing something with IPs. Just remember, we also have that Predator movie on the horizon.
Oh God!
Hey, Christian fan.
Just looks bad.
I only remember Predator 1, and that's all I care about.
I have heard nothing about the Wolverine game. Nothing.
It's done by Insomniac. It's the same Spider-Man developers, basically. And they're going to be working on Spider-Man 2 as well.
And they're probably keeping it under wraps.
Yeah, Monkey Jeebus, this would be a good start, but only on the Marvel side of the equation. They have a lot of houses to clean out. There's leadership issues across the board at Disney, but you're right. That would be a great place to start. So,
they need to let Simpsons die. No offense to Simpsons lovers out there, but Simpsons needs to die. It is not funny anymore. It is BS.
Yeah. Read by Nature says, speaking of things taking time to materialize, new Blade actor was cast when he was 10 years older than Snipes was in the first movie. By the time it starts filming, he'll be closer to 20 years older. Holy cow.
Damn.
I did not realize that. Thank you for that. Joker Voice says, KK had 2 articles, Vanity Fair and The Hollywood Reporter, in a week admitting mistakes. Yes. This is right before Star Wars Celebration. Yes. I think this is a don't hate me plea to fans before she steps aside. Fingers crossed. She's not going anywhere.
Too late. She's not going anywhere. That's the thing.
Everybody thinks she's going to be gone. It's too long.
They're going to use KK's ashes to brew coffee for the next millennia. Calm down. It's going to be in there in every scoop. It's going to be called the desperate plea for attention blend.
And it wasn't just the fact that they used Ehrenreich instead of Ingruber for Solo either. You know?
And they really picked the wrong guy. And then they remade the film twice over, basically. Victor Fontaine says the reason everyone is saying no to second season of Moon Knight comes from an interview with Oscar Isaac saying he's not returning for a second season. So there you are.
Okay, thank you.
And Mr. Grant Gregory for an Australian $2 says, "Hail lobster, clean your room, duck Fisney." Indeed.
You guys talking about that Netflix thing that's going on right now?
What are you talking about?
Where they're firing like all the woke people.
Oh yeah, we glanced on that one last weekend. We might get to it during the course of this conversation, so we'll see.
I just wondered, would it be interesting if Disney finally came out and was like, we can't do it. If you just say and just follow Netflix and be like, yeah, you're all gone.
Yeah, well, it's coming. We've got the CJH for Canadian $2. Thank you again, my friend. Says we should fundraise to buy back Star Wars. I would.
No. Can you imagine the infighting if a fellowship all owned Star Wars? What nightmare?
Yeah, I've been to co-op restaurants, and those are hot messes. I can't even imagine a movie.
I would argue we'd be doing much worse.
Yeah.
Anyway.
And New Bomb Turk, you're right. She's going to retire from that position. We're referring to KK over at Star Wars.
Or she'll
She
move
is
up.
over 70, and she will retire in charge of Lucasfilm. Indeed. Our buddy
they'll
Jace
probably,
Fox,
they might promote her. That's how they might get rid of her. They might
you
be
can't
like,
promote
hey,
her. Where are you
in.
promote
Or
her
just
to
put her
what?
somewhere like
Like
high up
ice
in Disney
fishing
itself.
on an ice floe somewhere off of Alaskan coast.
That's what I would do.
Yeah, Jace Fox
You're in
is
charge of
becoming-
this.
Yeah, that's right. Here, enjoy. It's a little cold up there. Jace Fox has become a member of the channel. Thank you for that, my friend. You guys are on fire. I love it. The chat is killing it today. Netflix can go under. I don't care about them anymore, says TZ Burton. That's a sentiment shared by a lot of folks. But yeah, let's do this.
If they change their things, it might actually get better. I'm just saying, if they get rid of all the people that cause cuties and all that crap to go on.
Mm-hmm.
I have a question.
Yeah, go ahead.
Is it possible to have an open flame on a starship?
No, because
no,
all right, cool. So episode 3 of Strange New Worlds is a little weird because they have an open flame in the captain's.
It's you're in space though. That's not.
Isn't that an
Well,
oxygen-rich
technically,
environment?
Yeah,
it's not. It's oxygen rich kaboom. Yes.
I'll say that. I just watched what was it, Odyssey season 2, where they had the time capsule episode. You guys see that one where he like starts a cigarette and he's like they're smoking a.
But they didn't have holographic technology in Strange New Worlds this decade. So it can't be a holographic flame before someone says that.
Well, I all I know is they make a lot of canon errors in anything JJ Trek related or any bad reboot or any secret hideout or anything.
Just remember, guys, that unnamed event in January at the Capitol was started World War III in their time.
No, that's the best part. These guys screwed themselves because they literally admitted that Donald J. Trump is the reason why Starfleet exists. Congratulations. Your TDS just made Starfleet, you jackass.
They're really not smart.
Can I just say that they already, like, as a nerd, I'm really upset the fact that they actually had a really good episode where they time traveled back to the 2020s in Deep Space Nine and they dealt with this stuff and it was actually really good.
Yeah, the riots, the Bell riots.
Yeah, like that was actually how you that's the positive way to look at it. You fight for it and then you have a positive future to look forward to. And this was just a hot mess.
But AFK, have you noticed that they literally they predicted how California looks now back then? They pretty much just exactly.
How did they know?
How did they know the amount of crap on all the walls and floors?
Real time travelers.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah, they called Miss Cleo and she told you, child.
Call me now.
TZ Burton, you have been dropping amazing super chats. They were just missing some letters occasionally. Oh, you guys are awesome. I appreciate all of you. Look, I want to get back into this Musk thing. It's really easy to get distracted by Star Trek and Star Wars right now. But Musk is worried that Twitter has no incentive to fix spam bots. This actually came out today. This is from The Hill, whatever you think of them. And look, he's not wrong. He's not wrong. He says he's worried about Twitter having no plan to fix the spam bot issue. In a tweet on Saturday, Musk responded to a user complaining about the social media platform's new spam reporting tool being difficult to use. I'm worried that Twitter has a distinct disincentive to reduce spam, and it reduces perceived daily users, Musk said in a reply. When another user asked if Twitter has gotten back to him about the changes, Musk implied that the social media platform refused to explain how they calculate their daily users as fake or spam accounts. And he said basically, no, they still refuse to explain how they calculate that 5% of daily users are fake/spam. Very suspicious.
I have a question to ask this, and this falls under these lines. Okay, we all know about people who abuse or use like the buying YouTube subs or YouTube views and all that stuff. That goes across all social media platforms. So technically, if they have some type of weird contract with services that actually you can buy followers for Twitter and stuff, wouldn't that also cause a degradation in those companies that they have deals with, or the companies that do those types of things? Because even if you do get rid of spam bots and fake accounts, you still have these services out there that will give you followers, and you don't know if they're real or not.
Yeah, I'm tired of the promoted tweets thing. In fact, if you have a promoted tweet that shills a product, I block you.
There's a lot more ads lately. Have you noticed that? A lot more.
I've been blocking the crap out of stuff on Twitter lately. I don't block people. I block companies.
Oh, I do.
Block ads. So if you've been trying to sell me, betting in the United States, sports betting or whatever, I blocked your butt. If you're trying to sell me something, I'm blocking you. So your influence as an influencer is lost because I'm blocking your butt. So anyway. Yeah. Look at all the great humans rolling in here. Thanks for dropping in on us, everybody. You guys rock the box. I still get plenty of these bots in my chat, so I don't know how anybody can miss them. I've got great wrenches.
I get emails from all the time.
Oh, wow, that's weird. I what do you write back to them and say?
No, God no, they're spam. They just appear. They're like, "Hi, I'm blah," and you can see like nope.
Yeah, you're starting to see that obviously Musk get attacked from all sides as predicted. I have a feeling that he's going to rise above it all and ultimately win in the end. I mean, he's smarter than most of these people are, and he's got a lot of
how open he is about it. Like, it's so great to see someone just go out and be like, "Fuck off," because they're like, "Hey, this guy has a sexual thing against him." He come on Twitter, he's like, "It's kind of interesting that I say I'm going to buy this, and then all of a sudden I get attacked as a sexual deviant." They're pulling all those stops. They pretty much just put out their playbook.
Well, he came out.
This is their playbook.
To be fair, he also did come out saying that he's going to vote Republican in the next election. So
and he smashed Miss Clinton in the process, which you're not allowed to do. Usually, you end up in some precarious position, not breathing any longer when you do that. But Monkey Jesus says, "I'll only sell you toys or weed." Okay, so apparently that's a bot that everybody can deal with. New Bomb Turk says, "I followed 2 prawn stars and now I get followed by tons of random BS bots." Oops. The deep state, according to TZ Burton, doesn't like sunlight. No, they do not.
No, they like ice cream.
Now, wait a minute. Criticible the Rainbow Knight. I will say this: if it's a person trying to promote and sell their product to me, that's fine. But if it's an influencer, I'm like, no, thank you. Because usually they're trying to sell me like skate shoes or some dumb shit I ain't gonna buy.
I had to block the MLB. I had to block the MLB because they're like, "Hey, you want to buy an MLB NFT?" No,
NFTs.
Hey, Culture.
Yeah, what's up, brother?
You just cursed, by the way.
Oh no!
Oh shit!
Here's the
put $1
it's fine. You know what? Tonight on Late Night Culture, the Culture Late Night stream that's coming up here this evening, I usually am a little looser with my language, so there are some bad words. We also have some great guests on the panel. It's going to be a lot of fun tonight. I have a feeling. We get some people who have more pottier mouths than me on. That seems to be the norm. The norm. Let's see if we can get Fats to stay up that late. We'll see.
I stay up that late. I just buy beer. And I will step as late.
There you go. More beer, says Mondo Bizarro. Indeed. So much culture in one day, folks. Indeed. Culture after dark gets wild. Also true. Thank you for that.
Call it Cad.
Let's get to the last article, because this is the thing. I was trying to hover at 90 minutes today, so we got about a half an hour to get into this. I watched an amazing live stream before my show while I was putting together the video for tomorrow that I'm going to be recording at some point today about Disney and all of that. I watched a great stream over on Prince Lethal's channel, right? You guys know who Prince Lethal is? He's this Australian cat. He's pretty cool. Anyway, was hanging out with some cool people, including Lady G, Lady Gravemaster, and they were talking about this show that I avoided like the plague. Have you guys heard that they tried to take one of the best video games of all time and turn it into a television show?
Dead Space?
It was horrible.
No, please don't go in there. He got killed. Oh god.
Let me put it this way. All I'm gonna say is I went back and rewatched a couple of cutscenes and stuff, and I'm like, how do you fuck up Cortana and not have Jen Taylor come back and reprise the voice? Because she is, I would marry that voice.
How do you have Cortana sitting there watching two people get it on and be like,
I watched You guys know Shadowverse, right? Shadowversity.
Shadowversity, yeah.
Yeah, he was doing a thing where the guy they did a video where someone was trying to defend the show, and they just tore it apart. Where the guy was like, "It's too hard for the creators to have a stoic, quiet
Bullshit.
guy. He would be not interesting and boring." And I'm like, "What?"
Sorry.
And he's like, "You can't do that." Which
Do you
like,
ever?
It's not
egos and stuff.
Halo.
It's not Halo.
It's
like,
not. Yeah, it's not Halo.
Halo. This has nothing to do with Halo. Even the creator came out and was like, "This isn't what I created."
Not my Halo.
Yeah. 343 fucking stupid asses.
But look at this. Look at this. This says Halo co-creator says the series is not the Halo I made. This is damning evidence that this thing is garbage.
They didn't
right?
play the games. They didn't read the books. They didn't do anything to do
They
character
refused to.
research.
Yeah.
No, they went to 343 who bought Halo and have made it shit ever since. And they were
Halo
like,
Infinite
"Do whatever you
multiplayer."
want."
Yeah, but that's the prime example. Halo Infinite multiplayer is doing very bad because they
Yeah, there's some trouble in right now. Exactly.
Yeah, it's because
Yeah.
they tried to like
They're
make it worse.
cosmetic.
And
Their store is reminding me of when we first saw the Anthem beta and how much the price.
God.
Yeah, that's
Oh,
what
God.
Oh wow.
No,
That
that's
was
bad.
so
That's
bad.
bad.
nothing
That is
pissed me
bad.
off on
Many-
Anthem.
Let me read real quick so we can get into this. Many fans were thrown off with the live-action Halo series that's been airing on Paramount Plus. No kidding. While that's a given, considering many of the changes they made compared to the source material, it seems they've upset more than just the fans. Now, Halo co-creator and Master Chief designer Marcus Leto has expressed his own confusion with the show. While Marcus Leto didn't say he disliked the series, he did say he had mixed feelings about it. He revealed as much on Twitter, where he began stating the following: "I'm still getting through the series, lots of mixed emotions and opinions." Smoke replied, "Hey, man, as the father of the Chief, a gaming icon, how do you feel about Master Chief finishing? Definitely not the fight in the Halo TV series." This is interesting that this is where that was his response. That's the thing that instigated that. He further explained his uncertainty with where the show's inspiration comes from. Yeah, I'm not sure where the inspiration for the show comes from now.
Well,
Not the Halo I made.
the inspiration came from one thing. Let's take a famous title, make a really crappy CG show, and pull a Disney. Because it was a bait and switch. And from what I'm seeing from that one fight scene episode, after what Master Chief, who can't keep his helmet on, Boba, literally sacrificed himself, and Cortana had to take over, and that's when we see ass kicking in 1990 CG. What? No.
Yeah.
It would not be hard to make a good TV.
It's a
show.
problem.
How does more money go into agenda rather than quality?
Yeah.
It's a problem when someone who's never played Halo knows more about the entire lore and continuity than the actual showrunners and writers.
Yeah. And
That's
look,
a problem.
Yeah, and the chat's on fire. Eldritch Lord Haster's like, it's low, and lots of people just laughing at the show.
It's
Halo ended after 3, Reach 1, 2, 3, ODST, and 3.
I liked 4. I haven't played 5, but I did like 4 because I do like
I
the
hated
lore of
5.
older races.
I love the story of 4. I love the story.
The Protean weapons. I like those types of things. Like if you watched Halo Legends, it kind of got. I like the backlore, whether it be Lord of the Rings, Star Wars, like this. Before, not thought of High Republic. I won't touch that.
Look, Read by Nature says the same thing happened in Cowboy Bebop, just wore it as a skin suit, and that's exactly what has happened with this show.
Except,
And OC Dobbins says it was doomed from the start. Too many non-fan chefs in a dysfunctional kitchen. 100 there.
I just want to reiterate something in regards to Cowboy Bebop, and I'm glad you brought the comparison, because remember one of the articles they said with Halo they'd never played the games, so they went and did their own agenda. With Cowboy Bebop, however, hang on a second. With Cowboy Bebop, however, they specifically said they wanted to right the wrongs of the original source material.
What wrongs?
It's
They're fucking.
What, cover them up more so they don't look like
it's it's disgusting regardless. It's I would say that's more offensive to right the wrong, to consider that the original source material is problematic and you have to change it up.
No difference in what they're doing. The Lord of Rings.
To me, it's still more offensive.
Yeah, and OC Dobbins says it was Viacom CBS's fault. I don't care.
I don't care whose fault it is.
But you can see that. You can see that with CBS, though. They copyright strike everyone who criticizes their stuff. They know it's crap, and they have hurt fifis. Look at Angry Joe's a prime example. They are striking anyone who shows even a millisecond of clip.
Yeah, and OC Dobbins, I know you're probably right, and I'm not saying you're wrong. I'm saying that CBS is in the wrong. They just suck, man. Even as their newly renamed, Paramount Manifestation, they suck, and they've been sucking for a long time at everything they do because they let the locusts in the door, and that's a theme for tomorrow's video. So do check out tomorrow's video when I get there. Holy cow!
There is one thing that Paramount is doing right. And that's the Yellowstone franchise.
Yeah, that's true, but it's not because of anything other than its primary person, which is Kevin Costner. If it weren't for Costner and everything that and the people that are attached to him for that show, and the fact it doesn't even air on their like Yellowstone doesn't air on their network, right? It's the 1883 show that does, and they have another prequel coming out too. I think it's called the 6666 or something. That one's coming out as well. So
1932.
I don't have any idea, but it's coming. There's more coming, but Halo really did.
Screw the pooch.
Crater. Yeah, I mean, and it look, spoilers, no spoilers, whatever. The end of this is so unsatisfying that you will hate the show. If you're a fan of the game franchise, you will hate the show.
Can we also bring up the fact that we have a show called Halo, and they didn't even show the Halo?
Mm-hmm. Right? Yeah, they even got to the
Hawkeye did.
Halo was one of the greatest things when I was in high school because it was literally Halo parties. Halo parties were like the biggest thing. You go to
do you remember, dude? Do you Meosphere?
Master Chief is a solid snake. Sorry, to my degree, he's like the sci-fi futuristic solid snake man.
Remember how big the midnight release launches were for Halo 2 and Halo 3 that it had to be newsworthy.
It was like when Call of Duty released, and you had people lined up at midnight in malls for security.
around the buildings. Yeah, it was insane. And like you made sure your pre-order. You called the day before for your pre-order was there. Look, we got a couple supers I need to get to. First, Dash Attack for $4.99 says Disney should sell American Dragon so someone can make a TV-14 reboot. Dragon transformation in modern day is a cool premise. I agree with that. That would be cool as heck. And then, of course, TZ Burton for $2 whoops out the factoid of the day. The WEF meeting this week in Davos. It's all ESG. Indeed.
Stop the treaty. Hashtag stop the treaty.
Stop the treaty. That's right.
The treaty.
Yeah. Wow. Theladio. I say that right normally. Theliato, thank you. Theliato says, you guys hear the theory the Halo show may have been intended as a Mass Effect show.
Yeah, Mass Effect Andromeda.
Well, Mass Effect is going to crash and burn based on
I just found this out. So the director of HBO's Watchmen, he's at the helm of the live-action She-Ra reboot, and the She-Ra stands are pissed.
Oh, great. So we're going to get a fully clothed fat She-Ra. Can't wait. Identifies as power and princess. Let me go throw up in my bucket.
Remember HBO's Watchmen, everyone? Yeah.
Do you remember the animated She-Ra series where it caused a lot of controversy? And
or the Motu bologna sausage Kevin Smith was shoveling at people.
Oh, there's a new season coming, isn't there? He's in charge of another season.
There's no will for anybody behind that show. But OC Dobbins brings up something that obviously OC Dobbins would know. Spielberg's camp hadn't even really seen what the Viacom CBS side was doing until after filming began.
It sounds like a Raimi thing with a multiverse.
Wow. Oh, just call me Eli. Absolutely, Theliato. You bet.
Italiano.
Yeah.
It's just like too many. Or you like that? So you like can't like too many cooks in the kitchen, because I know that was like a whole another thing with most.
No,
Was like
there is a common trend that is going on, and this goes back to WandaVision, maybe earlier, but WandaVision is where I picked up on it. Hi, we're going to write a show, but we're not going to look at any source material. And this has followed the trend since Kathleen,
long time,
can't stand you, Kennedy, decided to say, well, there is no source material. There is no
books
lore.
are big comics.
And from there, you
don't have any
just pass
600-page
along.
books. What?
Oh no, yeah. There's no anything about the resurrection of Palpatine or the Rogue Squadrons or the Solo Twins. No, there's no books like that. There's no comics. There's no even crossovers with Star Trek TNG crew with X-Men. No, none of that exists. We're all just making it up in our head while jerking off to TNG.
What I was referring to was that in Multiverse of Madness, I heard it was like conflict between Raimi and Feige, because it was like too many cooks in the kitchen, not letting Raimi do what he wanted to do. There's going
to be a video coming out
studio meddling
from Midnight's Edge. It's going to go through a lot of stuff that was happening. They've already done quite a bit of work. I can't wait for the future there. But Jamie says, I'm old enough to remember when American media was more or less always good. This is depressing. Yes, it is.
Have you guys noticed something, that we're in an age of media where we don't have things like Mad TV or In Living Color or Drawn Together? We have nothing of a satirical preference of a comedy show where it balances us out, because it mocks the things that have gone too far, whether it be left or right, however you want to start. I hate politics terminology. We don't have any of that going on right now. And if any of y'all in the chat say SNL, you're wrong, because SNL is not funny.
Closest we still have South Park, but
SNL is losing 4 cast members this year. They're gone.
Good.
Including
Which ones
Pete Davidson. Pete Davidson and really 3 very unfunny ladies.
You want to know what is funny? The new season of Kids in the Hall. Although I mind you, there's a lot of old man dick in it. I'm not joking. They went Kids in the Hall, and the new season is great. It's hilarious.
I'm not sure I want to see anybody hanging brain, but Read by Nature says, wonder what the revelation status is with Netflix warning woke staff to look for the door. Even if there is a woke calling, I can't see Revelations being course corrected. I can't.
It's a Gundam who put a video out this weekend. He made a good point. Is like, there's a lot of like 90s anime that is waiting to be shown and republished. There's a whole arc of like an 80s and 90s anime that is looking to be republished.
It just doesn't need Viz Media touching it.
I want to see Bubblegum Crisis. I don't know if anybody knows that one.
Yeah, I do. Yeah. I would love to see Ninja Scroll redone as a series properly. I would love to see stuff like Pot Labor brought back, Devil City Yoko, all that stuff. Demon Hunter would be an interesting one. Inuyasha? No, I'm standing against Inuyasha. I'm tired of hearing Down Boy every episode. Just drives me nuts.
Oh, Swati! That's why you watch the Japanese. It's cute.
I'm going to fall down a well and get introduced to a fox demon. I will fall off my balcony and hope I vision of
See, Inuyasha would be good, except that's one of those shows where there's too much special effects and magic and whatnot, and creatures that you can never make it look good.
I would like an ending or a pickup or a continuation of Yu Yu Hakusho.
Oh, that'd be interesting.
I could get down for that. He could finger bang me any day. Hey, dubbing. I don't know what it was in Japanese.
All right. Well, look, OC Dobbins' message over money is failing them. Yeah, and a lot of these companies can't afford it. Tina Bojan makes a good point. Kate McKinnon may not be funny, but she's the most talented person on the show. SNL is even more screwed now. Yeah, say what you will about her. I understand where you're coming from, but yeah.
Wait, hang on a second.
And here's something. Here's something important, though, Mock, is Soul Assassin saying what's funny is CNN Plus lasted longer than the Ministry of Truth.
Yeah, here's the thing. Kate McKinnon is like the only one that was remotely funny from the 2016 Ghostbusters film. So just saying.
Yeah,
It's
but
true.
the only thing funny from SNL was the 40th anniversary when we got Norm Macdonald and Will Ferrell and everyone else was there. I go back to that Jeopardy skit and I love it to death. We don't have anything after that. I go back and watch Living Color. I watch Mad TV. We're watching Steven Seagal throwing monks around. Where is that type of comedy?
Exactly.
The 90s need to have a resurface. You know why the 90s was great? Because everything was off the table, everything was on the table, and no one felt offended. To all you people who live in that mentality of everything's offensive, you know what? If you want to be a professional victim, go find a Law and Order set to be an extra on. Shut the hell up.
In Living Color kickstarted Jim Carrey's career. We need another Living Color like that. We need more stuff like that.
You know what? And that was mentioned in the chat, and it's 100% right. Go ahead, Steve.
Oh, AFK, is this finger all right?
Oh no.
Whoa.
Funny.
Whoa. Wait a minute.
Hey, it was a joke. Come on.
No,
Come on.
just
Come on.
Wow.
Well, if we're gonna go nerdy, you have to put more energy into it because I can't tell.
Welcome to the Sunday Culture Review After Dark, ladies and gentlemen.
Wow. We've got Society Reviews in the house with a strong take on Kate McKinnon, saying Kate McKinnon is funny the first time you see her, and then she gets aggressively unfunny with every appearance. Holy
you're not wrong.
But let's look at this. Let's look what happened to Bill Murray. Bill Murray is a cast member from SNL, and look how we're treating the old school comics. We have a cast member from this movie set who had to whine to fans passive aggressively on Instagram like that. Opinion matters.
We have Kiki Palmer who.
Please don't say that name. If you say it 3 times, it's like Candyman. She'll show up and write an Instagram
He's such a freaking idiot. And it's like, really, you're going to force Bill Murray to make an apology and halt the entire production of a film just because you're offended. Screw off. Seriously, you're full of it.
I haven't seen SNL in forever. I think that's the general consensus among humans.
We have Stranger Things coming soon too.
We are unfortunately at the point where we have to get it into wind down mode. So I want to start with the person that's here to promote the amazing book that they put together, Mirror Sphere's Origin.
Hey, well, thank you. You find me on YouTube or on Twitter, and just looking forward to hopefully the next couple of weeks I'll be able to launch my book as soon as we get everything ready. And we'll be.
Are you using white paper or black paper?
Oh my! On that note, check out the book. I'm working on the promotion video. Hopefully, I can get it put together quickly. I was much delayed because of my illness, but we'll get it. And so we'll get.
Oh, we're glad you're feeling better, dude.
Mirror Sphere's Origin launched over there on Indiegogo. We got our good friend Fats who joined us by rolling out of bed this morning. What's up, Fats?
Nothing much. Just streaming stuff. Make sure you're still subbed. YouTube has been wiping out people and my mods. Well, you don't really have to. I don't. They're shadow banning me, so I'm all good. Other than that, new project channel coming up, and stay tuned. YouTube sucks. Mama Susan can suck it. Thank you, Culture, for having me.
Thanks for being here, my friend. Of course,
Mama Susan can suck it. Sorry, I want to say that twice.
We've got our resident Shellbach, our military man, and resident Turtle. What's going down, Clem?
Well, speaking of illness and whatnot, the plan for tomorrow, 5:30 p.m. Pacific, the warm up, the Yelling at Park Cars warm up. I'd like to talk about monkeypox, the WHO, the COOF, and et cetera, et cetera.
All right. Well, that sounds like fun. So check that out before the Yelling at Park Cars primary show. You have the Yelling at Park Cars warm up over on Shellbach TJC's channel. So check that out. We have the very talented artist here, Makini Draws, drawing some really cool stuff for you, and a stream coming up here shortly.
Yes. Yes, we are going. We're gonna go full tilt on She-Hulk right after this. I'm going to be joined by Vlad Stakeums, Image, Studio Super, possibly Jampa, who all three
and Steven.
All four are diehard She-Hulk fans. Plus, we're going to have some more guests popping in. So it's going to be a fun, hour and a half, 2-hour discussion, talking about the trailer, talking about everything She-Hulk, getting our thoughts. It'd be fun. And I'll be finishing this, and possibly we'll start on another She-Hulk piece.
Okay, can you keep that artwork up for a quick second?
Yeah.
Hey, Chad, do you agree that Matt Kinney's art has kind of changed because I forced him not to do as much hatching anymore? And look at that. He hates it. Yeah, there you go.
I think it looks pretty good.
New series on Tuesday called Hatch Free, by the way. So there you go.
It's when Kathleen Kennedy shuts her mouth.
Oh, Blue Eyed Roof created the base lost power, so he's showing up at the last moment. Hit that like button, brother. Hit the like button. Thanks for being here. Criticible the Craze says what's on everybody's mind right now. And with that, we will roll over to and the last guest that we've had here, one of the longest panelists I've ever had, FK Board.
Hey, and I never have much to say either way, but it's always fun. Everybody's awesome. Thanks for hanging out, chat. And yeah, there you go.
All right. And with that, I just want to say thank you to each and every one of you out there, members, subscribers alike. I appreciate you, those of you who contributed to the show in the various ways that you can, whether it be financially or just being here in the chat, leaving great commentary. I appreciate you, and I know we all do. The new channel will be launching on the 1st of June. It is the DIY channel, so do keep an eye out for that. You can watch me misuse power tools and build stuff that you may want to do yourself. I'll try to present as many options on how to put something together as possible so that if you possess or don't possess power tools, it shouldn't matter all that much.
Why did I just picture a 10-minute segment of him trying to open a Cialis box? I'm sorry.
That ain't going to happen. But be sure to have just the most amazing day and check out tonight's late night culture stream. The last super chat rolls in the door for $5 from TZ Burton saying, Blue Eyed Roof Korean, I covered your sponsorship for today's show. And that is indeed true. Thank you for all of the contributions for today, TZ Burton. Be sure to take care of yourself, take care of others, wash your hands, of course.
And your ass.
It's good.
And
until next time,
Clap those cheeks.
It ain't easy to be green.
Bye.
Welcome. This segment of Sunday Culture Review is brought to you by Cialis. If you can't open the box, you're never getting a reaction. He still hasn't updated this back page yet. Promotional ads brought to you by Suck It, Mama Susan, now on YouTube. English and beer don't mix. Why is this looking